Here's the video demonstration on how to use my abandoned Indiana Railroads map. This is probably the ugliest map I've ever created, but it contains a lot of information. I created this map for guys like me who really don't know the Indiana Railroad history very well, and it's created an application called Google My Maps for most of the abandoned railroads to display the locations where you have a fighting chance of finding the old right-of-ways, bridges, and things like that. And finally, it has a link that links to Google Maps, and that is a very ugly map, but it provides directions to all the places I think might be of interest along most of these lines. So let's go over what this map is all about. First of all, we have a map title right here, and if you click on the title, this comes up, and this is where it tells you a brief description of what it's all about and a link to instructions in case you get confused, because it's not a trivial application to use. And next we have a location finder, and it's this little magnifying glass right here. And what you can use that for, if you want to zoom into a particular location, you just click on that magnifying glass. Say you want to go to Washington, Indiana. You just click on that right there, and it takes you right straight to Washington, Indiana, which is the town I grew up in. The next thing we have is, and to get back to where the original map, you just click on this arrow left there. The next thing we have is a means of downloading this file to a KMZ file that can be opened in Google Earth. That way you can access all the KMZ files that are in this map for all these locations. And you just click on the three little dots right there, download KML, and you can actually choose any section you want to do here. But usually I just do the entire map and do all my editing in Google Earth. And just click OK, and that will download it to your downloads folder, or however you have your browser set up. Over here, where my hand is circling around there, is what I call the map. Over here, we have Butch's Railroad page, and what this does, it provides a link. You just click on that, and then you have this link down here under description you click on, and that takes you to all the maps I've made for railroads. And all these links open in a new tab, so you just close the tab out to get back to the map. And again, we'll click this arrow left here to get back to the main page. And here we have the map. In the map table, we have all the abandoned lines, and notice these abandoned lines are sorted in alphabetical order, hopefully. And to expand them all out, you just click on this arrow right there, and that just toggles up and down. And this shows all the lines I have mapped. And if you want to select an abandoned line by this, you can just click on any one of these. It'll take you right to the line. And again, to get back to the main page, you just click on that arrow there. Now, let's zoom this back out, and I'm just rolling my mouse. And notice you roll your mouse to zoom in, just like Google Earth, and roll your mouse out to bring the map back to approximately where it was. Now you can select an abandoned line either over here in the map table, like I did the Monon, or you can zoom in and select it from the map. Like we want to select this line from Martinsville to Fairland, you just click on the line there. Or if you want to select this line here from Shelbyville to Carthage, you just click there. Notice how it highlights, and then over here in the map table, this is the old Knightstown and Shelbyville Railroad probably the most short-lived railroad in Indiana. Now, if you want more information about this, we can find out from this link right here called the Abandonment Info link. You click on that, and if the route is, this railroad was very hard to track, so I made sure I let you know that this map is very approximated. But down here we have the owner's time of abandonment, to and from. I went from Shelbyville to Carthage, and I don't have a docket number for the abandonment docket number for this line. The year it was approved was 1854, and the source was Ghost Railroads of Indiana. And I might add, I'm going to give this book a big plug because I got most of my historical information for railroads abandoned before 1970 from this book. And this is the best book I've ever bought. And I recommend you. It's hard to find. It's out of print. But buy it if you can find it. And I paid about $35 for it, for a used one. And I'd have paid $135 for it without blinking an eye if I'd have known how good it was. So we'll close these out and get back to the map. I guess I might as well get back to where I was. And notice we have a link to the map in Google Maps. That's what this link is right here. And you click on that. And it gives you some waypoints here where you might be able to see some right-of-way. At least you had a fighting chance. And if you don't trust, don't trust, if you want to see for yourself, you can put this map in satellite mode and zoom in on it yourself. See if you think there might be some places here. Zoom in. And this works just like Google Earth. You got Street View. So you can drag your little man. And that looks like it might have been a railroad go through here at one time. You can rotate it around. Oh, I believe there was a railroad that went through there. Look at this. So this point right here, my goodness, might be able to see this right away. And what I like about this is better than Google Earth is you can actually zoom in some on these pictures. Like you want to zoom in on that barn, you got that option here. So let's close this map out. And let's go back to it. And we saw that point. So if you click on that icon, this map's kind of plain looking and ugly. But you can click on that icon, and it tells you the name of the little town. And you click on this, it tells you, it gives you the option of, I live in Walton, Kentucky. And I can get a map on exactly how to get to that Marion, Indiana. So that's how that works. Now let's get back here, and I'll pick another railroad here that I know about. Close all that out. Go back. And if there's anything I like as much as railroads, it's fishing. And I have floated White River just about from Tunnelton to Bedford in a flat bottom boat. And I love to fish for catfish in White River. So as I was floating down the river, I came to this point. And let's put this in satellite mode and zoom in, and you can see this brush pile right here. I caught about 3 5-pound catfish in my boat right along this point here. And the beauty of this, I not only caught 3 catfish, I found these bridge pillars and figure out what rail, I wonder what went across here at one time. So what we can do is click on that line and it tells me exactly what the railroad was. So if you happen to find a place, and suppose I don't have this marked on the map as a waypoint and you want to get directions to it, all you have to do is click Google down here, and there it appears in Google Maps. So all I have to do is double click on that bridge pillar, double click on the GPS coordinates right here, click directions, and I can get my directions from Walton, Kentucky to that point on my own. And I'm sure I missed some bridges that you fellows know about, and this is how you can get directions or to any point you want to go to, and that's how that works. Now, what I love about this site is, let's click on this line right here. It's the old Milwaukee Road that went from Bedford to Westport, Indiana. And I go to abandonment information link, click on that. I notice down here at the bottom, this gives a brief overview. I got that from ChicagoRailFan.com, which has a link right there. Is this link, and if this link is available, it gives a much more detailed history of the railroad. And we click on that, and this gives my source right here. And again, I scanned this information from Ghost Railroads of Indiana. Buy this book if you can find it. It's just amazing. But this is what Elmer Seltzer had to say about it. Sulzer, I guess. And you see how much information is in these documents, just for this one little railroad. And if you really want, if you're a history buff, that's the link to try to find. And I'll add that the history of the Monon Railroad and nickel plate railroads are very well documented online. The others, you really had to work to find that information. And if you don't know who built the railroad, it's just almost impossible to track it down. It's really tough for me anyway. And that's what this map's all about. And I hope you enjoy it.